What's up, terabyte? I'm Tara with Tara Simon Studios.
And I'm Coach Jeremy.
And today we're doing part 2 of how to sing without straining. How to stop straining. Yes, all of the aggression in the world in that thumbnail. Yes. So, guys, in the first version of this, the first part of this, I spoke with you guys and Coach Charmaine was standing here. And we talked a lot about the 2 pillars of singing, which are space and support. And we really hammered home the principles of space in that video. But today, with Coach Jeremy, we're going to be talking about the second pillar, just as important, and that is support, okay? Yeah. What does that mean, and why do we think we're doing it when we're really not nearly supporting as much as we think we are?
I think we do it because we're okay with the sound that we get until we fully recognize, like, oh, this is what it feels like when I really support the way I should.
Yes. So. Oh, and this is what the sound could sound like. Oh, snap. Like, let me level up my game here and support. I think a lot of us too, let's just be honest, sometimes in certain seasons of our lives, working out and being fit or physically aware and in touch with our musculature is not at its peak or at its prime. And so when you lose touch of that sensation of contraction in any kind of muscle, especially in your abdominals when it comes to singing, you are less aware of what 100% actually feels like. And when we support as singers, it has to be 100% support. There's no like 70-80, because you're gonna hear 70-80.
Yeah.
And you may not know what 100% sounds like, so you may think that 70 sounds like 100, but wait until you hear what 100 sounds like. You'll never want to go back again.
Never.
So never. It's never enough. Anyway, we digress. So what we want to do today is give you a physical tip, a big one too, by the way, of what to do to test if you are 100% supported, okay? We do this at TSS all the time. In fact, I think on the website there's even a picture of Coach Jeremy doing this with a student as proof, social proof, that this really works. There are a few other things to do physically as well to test, but this one we just thought to give you today. And I lovingly call it the piano pole, because it is, well, you'll see. You'll see. So when we are supporting at 100%, a few things are happening. When the muscles engage 100% with our abs, the forced air comes out. Kong over here. The forced air comes out at a faster rate, which then allows the sound to spin quicker. And when the sound spins quicker, it locks into place better, and then it spins in that place at a lot healthier of a pace and of an effort. It's more vocal bang for less vocal buck, so to speak, okay? And that's why one of the reasons support is so important. Also, when we get into a more vocally arid climate where we're singing extreme notes with our voices, it requires more of us. And just like in the previous tutorial about straining, when we're talking about more space, because it's an extreme note, and any extreme note, high or low, needs more space and support.
We need more support.
We have to give that more support. 100%, in fact. So, Coach Jeremy, because he's this strapping young lad here who just actually finished working out before he came to film. Gives a little tissue. Yeah. Ooh, he's gonna get some good comments on that one. I hate you. So I'm gonna show you with Coach Jeremy what it's like to give this piano pole. Okay, so we're gonna sing, in fact, we're gonna sing the same phrase that Coach Charmaine sang with the lack of space and then the presence of space to give you context. So make sure you go back and watch that video. But Jeremy, you're gonna sing "I'm Gonna Love You," "I'm Gonna Love You," just as you are. Okay. And he doesn't necessarily have to be not supporting here. He's just not supporting intentionally, 100%. By the way, anybody is supporting a certain amount when they're standing upright. If you weren't using your abs right now, you'd be a noodle and you'd be on the floor. Okay. I'm not talking about this here right now though. It needs more later when you go to extreme notes. Okay. This is no longer enough. Never. Anyway. Okay. So give me I'm gonna love you.
I'm gonna love you.
Pretty. Nothing necessarily wrong with it. What'd you feel?
I felt a little sensation there, but I can tell I wasn't fully engaged, and I kind of let a little bit get into my throat, which is like if you're not fully engaged there, then you're gonna try to support from your throat. Your throat's not meant to support anything.
Oh, that is such a good point. So I even forgot to mention that, but yes, the support has to come from somewhere. And guys, our abs this big, right? There's a lot of them. Our little tiny vocal cords, smaller than my pinkies. What do you think is designed physiologically to bear the burden of weight?
Yeah.
This right here. This right here. Not that, okay?
Yeah. Nope.
No. And it will be the first thing to take over. It's kind of a control freak, our voice is, right?
Right.
It'll be first thing to take over. And so we have to direct intentionally the support burden and responsibility to the proper place, which is down low in our diaphragm and our abdominal cavities. So let's do the piano pull. So Jeremy is gonna come around here. I'm gonna stand up. Now, kids, don't try this at home with your back, okay? You cannot, please don't email me saying, I hurt my back and I need my chiropractor bill. No, you gotta get underneath so your back is flat as if you're just doing a little bend here.
Right.
So your knees are underneath, and you can do this with anything heavy at home. Like you're actually gonna need to do it with something heavy though to simulate really trying to lift it.
Right.
Don't bring my piano. He ain't gonna lift this piano, but he's certainly gonna try. This is a very heavy, solid wood baby grand piano, okay? So he's coming underneath it with his legs. His back is as straight as possible. His shoulders are back. His arms are flexed and flat here. There's no bend in them. They're nice and straight. And he's gonna lift with his legs and his abs upward. And on the love in particular is when he's gonna lift. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna love you. Okay, so let's try that. 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna love you.
Wow. Okay, how'd that feel?
It felt so much more. I felt actually much more in control of that note because there was so much support coming from here. And I felt like I could do more with it, but it definitely felt more stable too.
Yeah, and I actually heard more power. Volume-wise, I heard more power, and I actually even heard that your vibrato was more prevalent. It wasn't like a wimpy, slow little wave. It was like a beefy, nice, big wave, a confident wave.
Right.
There's confidence in that. There's confidence in knowing that the sound is coming from the proper place, okay? This is why any extreme note, high or low, has to have more space and support. So, Jeremy, now that I've demonstrated and helped cue you on how to do it, not that he didn't know, but it was for you guys, really. We're gonna go a little higher, okay? And I want you guys to see, even as he goes higher, how he may implement more space. He may widen out the vowel, because again, space is a thing, and that's in the first video. But he's gonna really get under there. He's gonna get after it and get that support in that he needs for the note, for the climate of that note that it's requiring of him. So let's see. Let's start here. I'm gonna love you first, and
I'm gonna love you.
Good.
I'm gonna love you.
Gorgeous. 2 more.
I'm gonna love you.
Yes. And notice how he's lifting right before, just a second before that love, right? Just to get it there, set it, and then execute the note. Last one, and
I'm gonna love you.
Yes. Great. How'd that feel?
So much better. Yeah, I felt like the power, like I said, and really the engagement here is so important.
Absolutely.
And this should also be mentioned that you don't have to have rock hard abs to engage your core. You know, you don't feel the need to go and get a gym membership and like really get them, but you need to feel that sensation there. You really need to feel like they're engaged fully to get that sound out.
Absolutely. And doing that, like he said, it doesn't require rock hard abs, but it does require a sense of connection cerebrally to the musculature. You have to kind of be able to say, oh, I know what 100% engaged feels like, and this is the same feeling, and so therefore I am 100% engaged. And for those of you who don't know what that feels like, lifting something like this is a really great way of testing what 100% feels like. So then you don't necessarily, Jeremy doesn't go and lift the piano every time he sings a high note, but he knows what 100% is like because he's done the work to discover that feeling in his body and then replicate it standing up at a neutral standpoint.
Right.
And he can do blocking, and he can do emotional context of lyrics and all that stuff while singing now, because this is sort of muscle memory. It's by rote at that point.
And establishing that muscle memory takes time, but it's so valuable once you know exactly where to go to pull that strength from.
Yeah, because then you can call upon it without it taking the bandwidth that you need for other things that are super important while singing.
Right.
Okay? So, any extreme note, guys, high or low needs more space and
support.
Yes, support. And that's what this video is all about. If you missed the space video on how not to strain, it's in the description box. The link below is there, as well as lots of other links to help you on your vocal journey, taking you from bad to good or good to great. We love you guys. We are proud of you. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit the notifications button and the bell so that you're the first person to watch the next amazing video that we do. You never know who's going to be my BFF in tutorials next. but make sure you stay tuned and watch to find out. Make sure also that you spread love, not germs today, and faith, not fear. I love you guys. We're proud of you. Thanks for being the best part of the channel again, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Take care.